Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the family Agaveaceae. See that the family Agaveaceae, this family is known as a desert family or a dry zone family because most of the members which are belonging to this family, they are going to adopt the xerophytic characters like presence of thick leaves, then presence of spines around the leaves, the same is underground. So these are some xerophytic characters which are adopted by this family member. That's why this family is known as a dry zone or a desert family. Now we are going to discuss in detail about the family Agaveaceae. So let's see. See that if you observe the leaves which are belonging to this family member, so see that if you observe the tip region, so the leaves are needle like, or if you observe the edges of the leaves, so they show presence of spines. So these are the xerophytic characters which are adopted by the family Agaveaceae. So before moving towards the classification of this family, see that according to earlier classification systems, the family Agaveaceae, this family is put up as a separate family. But according to APG system of classification, now the family Agaveaceae, it is included under the family Asparagaceae and the subfamily is Agavoideae. So we are moving towards the classification of family Agaveaceae. So see that this family, it belongs to kingdom Plantae because they are the chlorophyll bearing plants. It belongs to division Tracheophytes because they show presence of well developed vascular system. Then it belongs to subdivision Angiosperms because the ovules, they are enclosed in ovary wall. They show presence of double fertilization. Then this family, it belongs to class Monocots. And see that what are the characters of Monocots? That is presence of single cotyledon, then presence of adventitious root system, and the leaf shows presence of parallel venation. So as most of the members which are belonging to this family, they show presence of these characters like presence of parallel venation, adventitious root system, and presence of single cotyledon. That's why they are included under the class Monocots. Then they belongs to order Asparagales. And what are the characters of that Asparagales? That is, the stem which is observed in this family, it is basically underground. Then the family, they belongs to family Asparagaceae. See that one of the peculiar character of this family is that the seed shows, if you observe the seed shows the presence of one black colored pigment. Then it belongs to subfamily Agavoideae. It belongs to subfamily Agavoideae because if you observe the stem and leaves which are arranged around the stem, so the leaves are arranged orally, or you can say that the leaves are arranged rosetly. That's why this family members, they are included under the subfamily Agavoideae. So this is the classification of the family Agaveaceae, and now we call the family Agaveaceae as an Asparagaceae and the subfamily Agavoideae. Now let's we see the introduction of this family. See that as I have told you earlier, that is the family Agaveaceae. It is a group of plants which shows or which are adapted to desert or dry zones. So most of the members which are included under this family, we call it as an agaves or yuccas. The family Agavaceae, it is one of the monocot family, and this family, it is reclassified into the subfamily Agavoideae, and it is placed in a family Asparagaceae. See that what is the character of Agavoideae? So see that the leaves, they are occurred in rosettes around the woody stem. Then the members which are observed under this family, they are grown in tropical, subtropical and temperate regions of the world. Now we are going towards what are the general characteristic features of this family. So before starting the general characteristic features of this family, we are going to take a look on what are the different genera which are included under the family Agavaceae, or now the family Asparagaceae. See that this family shows presence of total of about 128 genera and more than 2000 species. So the most common genera which are present under the family Asparagaceae, or you can say that the Agavoideae, is the agave, most of the species of agave, asparagus, then the species of Dracena, Camassia, species of agave, Comospermum, see that these are the different genera which are included under the family Agavaceae. So we are basically well known about the most common genera which are present under this family, like agave, aloe, Dracena, then hyacinth, yucca species, Sansevieria species. So these are the various common genera which are included under the family Asparagaceae. So now moving towards next, we are going to study in detail about what are the vegetative characters of this family. See that under the vegetative characters we are going to observe habit, root system, stem and leaves of this family. So basically when we study about the habit, so according to photograph, see that these are the some members which are included under this family. So most of the members which are belonging to this family, they are either herb or shrubby members. Then they show presence of succulent or non-succulent nature. So this is about the habit. See that most of the members which are belonging to this family, they are either herb or shrubby members. Then about the root system, see that basically this family, it is one of the monocot family. That's why they show presence of adventitious root system. Then if we observe the stem which is observed under this family, see that basically the stem is underground. Then the stem region, it is branched, and if you observe this one, see this, the stem is underground here, and if you observe the patterning of the leaves, so leaves are rosetely arranged here. See here, The stem, it is erect, angular, and it is branched one. Then about the leaves which are present under this family. So the leaves are simple, they are exstipulate, sessile, then they show presence of succulent natures or xerophytic nature. See that these are the species of aloe. The leaves are thick and shows presence of water content. Leaves are fibrous, linear, lanceolate or oblanceolate. In some of the species, the leaves are ovate. If you observe the margins of the leaves, so in some of the leaves, the margins, they are entire, serrate. In some of the genera, they show presence of dented margins or filament margins. In some of the genera, they show presence of spine tip leaves. So in next photographs, I will show you the different types of margins which are observed under this family and the different patterning of the leaves which are observed under this family. So see that these are the different plant species which are included under this family, and see this one, this is the pointed tip needle like structure, it is present at the apices. If you observe the margins here, so the margins, they are pointed or they show presence of small spines. Here also, if you observe here, so here the margins are dented one. See here the margins, they are spiny. In some of the members, the margins, they are filamentous. See, this is the leaf variations which is observed under the family Agaveaceae. See this one, these are the species of Sansevieria. If you observe the margins, in some of the members, the margins are entire also. See that here the shape of leaves. If you observe here, so in this species of Echeveria, the species shows the presence of ovate leaves. Here in this species of agave, the leaves are very long, lanceolate, they show presence of filaments. Here this species shows the presence of needle point at the apex. See here. So there are the various shapes of the leaves which are observed under this family, but basically the leaves are thick one. The margins, they are serrate. In some of the member, the margins are entire. In some of the species, the leaves are variegated. See this species, the leaves are variegated. So there are too much variation of the leaves which is observed under this family. Now we have already studied what are the vegetative characters. Now moving towards next, we are going to study the reproductive characters of this family. And under the reproductive characters, we have to study the type of inflorescence, the nature of flower, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, the type of fruit. So firstly, we are going to study the type of inflorescence which is observed under this family. So if you observe, see that these are some inflorescence which are observed under this family. So see here the inflorescence which are observed under this family. So basically they are tall. In some of the members they are stout, very rigid and shooting upwards. In some of the members which are growing like a huge trees, they show presence of rosette inflorescence. They also show the presence of terminal or axillary spike type of inflorescence or raceme or panicle type of inflorescence. So there is a too much variation about the inflorescence which is observed under this family. So in some genera, the spike type of inflorescence is observed. In some genera, panicle type of inflorescence is observed. In some of the members, they show presence of rosette terminal type of inflorescence. In some of the member, racemose type of inflorescence is observed. So see here, see this one, this is the rosette type of inflorescence. This is the inflorescence belonging to genus Yucca. See this one. So there is a huge variation of the inflorescence which is observed under this family. See here. So see this one, this is a huge inflorescence. Okay, this is one of the member which is belonging to the genera agave, and it shows the presence of this too much heavy and large inflorescence. If you observe the flowers, see here, we are going to study that characters in flowers also, but see here if you observe the flower, so it shows the presence of tubular shape. So the flowers basically they are tubular. See this one is panicle type of inflorescence. Then see that about the flowers. So see here, as you have observed here, so according to this observation, see that here the flowers are unable to count. See here, there are numerous number of flowers. So about the flowers are numerous. Then they show presence of bract. Flowers are bracteate here. Then they show presence of pedicel. So the flowers are pedicellate. The flower shows the presence of both the sex organs. That's why the flower is bisexual. Basically, if we compare the lily family along with the family Agaveaceae, so if you observe the flower patterning, so it looks like a lily type. So the flowers which are observed in this family, they are lily type. So as I have told you here, see that if you observe the flowers, so they are tubular, and in some of the members, see that they are funnel shaped. So if you observe the perianth, see that in this family the calyx and corolla, they are not going to differentiate from each other. That's why this family shows the presence of perianth. And about the perianth can form a tubular or funnel form. Then see that the stamens are exerted. The stamens are exerted while the flower is regular. Then it shows the presence of zygomorphic nature, and the flowers, they are trimerous. So once again I will tell you the characters of the flower. So the flowers are numerous, bracteate, pedicellate, bisexual. The perianth is present. The perianth is either tubular or funnel shaped. The stamens, they are exerted. The flower is regular. It is complete one, zygomorphic, and trimerous. And what is the meaning of trimerous? Trimerous means whatever the perianth means, this family does not show calyx and corolla. That's why the perianth, androecium, gynoecium, they are present in the multiples of 3. So this is the meaning of trimerous. Then about the perianth, see that. So perianth, they are present in number 6 basically. Then they are free. In some of the genera, they are free. But in some of the genera, they show presence of fusion at the base. That's why they are they are gamotepalous. See that as the number of perianth is 6, but this 6 perianth, they are present in 2 orals. Means they show presence of 3 plus 3 arrangement. Then the perianth, they are like petaloid, or they show petal like structure. So this is about the perianth. and they show presence of valvate aestivation, either valvate or imbricate aestivation. Then about the androecium, so the number of androecium, they are 6. See here, they are exerted. And what is the meaning of exerted? Uh, the anthers, they are going to classified into two types, that is intros and exerted. Intros means what? Intros means whenever the anthers, they are present very close to the gynoecium, so they are called as an intros, or they are bending towards gynoecium, then we called it as an intros. And whenever they are away from that gynoecium, then at that time we called it as an exerted anthers. So see that here also the anthers, they are present in two orals, means here the three anthers, they are small and three anthers, they are large. So they show 3 plus 3 arrangement. And if you observe here, so the filament, see here, if you observe this filament, so the filament is dorsifixed. So these are the characters of the androecium. Then moving towards gynoecium, see that the ovary, it is tricarpillary, or the stigma, it is tricarpillary syncarpus. The ovary, it is trilocular. Whenever you are going to take the TS of ovary, then you are going to observe the structure like that, and it shows presence of axile placentation. Okay, ovary, the stigma is tricarpillary syncarpus, ovary is trilocular and shows presence of axile placentation. Then about the type of fruits which are observed under this family, that is, they show presence of either capsule or berry type of fruits. So basically, the fruits, they are indehiscent. Indehiscent means even though they get mature, they cannot break, okay, or they cannot burst. That fruits we call it as an indehiscent, or see that the fruits are fleshy. So remember here the type of fruits which are observed under this family, they are thick walled capsules or berry type of fruits. Then see that these are the albuminous seeds which are observed under this family. Then see here the floral diagram of this family. See here, these are the perianths, and they show presence of twisted aestivation. The anthers, they are attached to the perianth. This is the tricarpillary ovary and shows the presence of axile placentation, while the flower is zygomorphic one. It shows the presence of bract. Then see that what are the distinguishing characters of this family, means how this family is going to differentiate from all other families. So see that most of the members which are belonging to this family, they are either herb, shrub, or some of them, they are the tree members. The stem, it is underground. The leaves which are observed under this family, they are very large, variegated, thick. They show presence of whorled or rosette phyllotaxy. If you observe the margins, so margins are seriate, entire, dented, or spine pointed. Then about the inflorescence, so inflorescence which is observed under this family, that is the rosette, terminal or axillary spike, or racemose or panicle type of inflorescence, it is observed under this family. Then about the flowers, so the flowers, they are bracteate, pedicellate, bisexual. The perianth, it is tubular or funnel shape, which gives appearance of the flower, that is tubular or funnel shape. Then the flowers are zygomorphic and trimerous. Then about the perianth, the distinguishing character is perianth. They are in number 6. They are present in 2 whorls, that is 3 plus 3. They are petaloid and shows the presence of twisted aestivation. Then about the stamens, so the number of stamens, it is once again 6. They are also present in 2 whorls, that is 3 plus 3. Then the anthers are dorsifixed. Then about the gynoecium, the stigma is tricarpillary, syncarpous, ovary is trilocular, and it shows the presence of exile placentation. Then about the fruits, so the fruits are thick-walled capsule or berry type of fruits which are observed in the family Agavoideae or the family Asparagaceae. So these are the distinguishing characters of this family. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.